Alright. First question. What's your name and how old are you?
My name is Reza Sarwari. I'm 18 years old.
Alright, so second question. Where did you live before coming to the United States?
I lived in Afghanistan before I came to the United States.
When did you arrive in the United States?
I arrived in the United States in 2024 March 14.
You remember the dates? What made you decide to leave your home country?
Well, since the regime changed in Afghanistan and my father worked with Americans and the regime in there was like opposite of Americans and like didn't like them. Our life was in danger. That was a decision to come to the United States.
Alright. What were you most worried about before you came?
I was worried about that our trip was not going to happen and we gotta stay in there and our life was in danger. Yeah, that was the most worried part.
Valid. What was your first impression of US?
Um, it was great actually when I arrived here. Everything was different since we lived in a third world country. When I arrived here, everything was different and it was like amazing.
Okay. Well, what surprised you the most when you arrived?
What surprised me, the people here, they were actually kinder than they look like in the movies and what we heard about them.
What was easier than you expect about moving here?
Um, learning the language and like getting used to here was easiest part because I didn't have much difficulty getting used to here.
Language is the hardest part for me. What was the hardest you expected about moving here?
Like finding new friends and like that was it.
What do you miss about home?
I missed my friends and my family back there. Not much. I just like to be here.
Alright, so what are the things, routines, or community connection that make you and your family feel most safe and at home here? What was the thing, routine, or community connection that make you and your family feel most safe at home here?
What are things? The fact that here has a stable government and the laws and everything are stable and not like they will not judge you based on your religion and things. That's one of the things that make me safe, make me to be safe in here.
Alright, so when facing major life changes or challenging times, how was your family bond help you stay strong and resilient?
It was very helpful actually. Like the changes, like my dad and my mom lived there for a long time and they just came here and they like the English was the first barrier for them and I and my brother did the most to help them and also them giving us motivation to go to school and like study. That was one of the things that made the family bond stronger.